Have you ever felt that something in your life doesn't fit? That an invisible weight follows every step you take, even when you pretend everything is fine? This video will tear away the veil of your ignorance and reveal the karma your soul still carries. That energetic debt you didn't even know existed. Here you will discover the hidden patterns that repeat your pain, the secrets Thoth keeps for the true initiates, and how these cycles shape your reality without you noticing. If you stay until the end, you will learn how to break these chains, access your hidden power, and transform the shadow side of karma into a force that expands your consciousness and shatters limitations you thought were permanent. This is not just knowledge. It is the weapon that will change your life. You are here because something inside you knows the truth. There is a debt your soul still carries, a weight that never left, a shadow that follows no matter how fast you run. And tonight, Thoth, the keeper of divine memory, the guardian of hidden laws, pulls you back to what you tried to forget. You feel it, don't you? That quiet pull on your chest, that strange pressure behind your ribs, the sense that life keeps repeating the same lesson, the same wound, the same cycle. This is the moment you finally see the karma your soul hasn't paid yet. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Stay with me until the last breath of this teaching, because this is not a video. This is a return to something your soul promised long before you were born. Write in the comments, "I am ready to face my forgotten karma." Join the Thoth circle now, only for those who choose awakening over sleep. The shadow side of karma is not punishment, it is memory. It is the echo of choices you made when you thought no one was watching. Yet the universe watched, your soul watched, Thoth watched. Karma is not the universe chasing you. It is your own soul trying to catch up with itself, and that's why it feels so heavy. Because running from your own reflection always hurts. You know the feeling. Life repeating the same pattern, the same type of person breaking you, the same fear showing up dressed in different faces. Most people blame fate, but Thoth teaches a brutal truth. Karma is not fate. Karma is unfinished action. Karma waits in silence until you stop pretending you don't hear it tapping on the inside of your mind. There is a moment when the soul gets tired of the same wound. That moment is why you're watching this now. Karma is not a chain around your ankles. It's a message written in your own handwriting, asking you to wake up. The problem is that most people try to fix karma with logic, but karma is emotional. It hides in the reactions you can't control. It lives in the people you attract. It breathes in your triggers. Karma chooses mirrors, not punishments. And Thoth, the master scribe of the unseen, records every intention more than every action. This is why sometimes the smallest choice creates the loudest consequence. Intention is the real currency of the soul. Think of karma as a door you never dared to open. You feel fear around it because you know something is behind it, something personal, intimate, ancient. Karma is not about what you did wrong. It's about what you left unfinished, a truth you resisted, a feeling you buried, a promise you broke to yourself. This is why karma returns in waves, first as a whisper, then as discomfort, then as chaos. Not to punish, but to force awakening. Thoth teaches that the universe repeats what you refuse to learn, and the more you avoid, the louder it becomes. You are not cursed. You are confronted. There is a karmic lesson that keeps returning to you even today. Maybe it shows up as fear of abandonment, maybe as self-sabotage, maybe as a constant pattern of choosing people who only reflect the war you avoid within yourself. Whatever it is, Thoth says, what you refuse to face becomes your master, and that is why karma feels like an invisible grip around your life. It is the part of you you swore you would handle later, but later is now. Karma is not patient. Karma waits, yes, but it never forgets the agreement you made before you came here. You promised evolution, you promised growth, you promised mastery, and your soul remembers every promise you try to deny. Karma is not random chaos, it is precision, it is aligned, it is intentional. It places exactly the right obstacle at the exact right moment to expose the exact right weakness you thought was hidden. And here's the paradox. The obstacle is not there to block you. It's there to reveal you. Every challenge that frustrates you, every person that triggers you, every loss that breaks you, these are not accidents. They are tools designed by your own soul, with the wisdom of Thoth guiding the blueprint. Karma is the architecture of transformation, but most people only see the pain, never the doorway hidden behind it. If your karma feels heavy right now, it's because a cycle is close to breaking. Karma feels strongest right before the shift happens. That pressure you feel, that tension, that strange sense that life is pushing you into a corner, it is not destruction. It is alignment. Souls evolve under pressure. Diamonds become diamonds through heat. And you, in this exact moment, are being shaped, not punished, shaped. Shaped into the version of yourself that can finally break the cycle that has been chasing your bloodline for generations. You are not facing only your karma. You are facing the karma of those who came before you and the karma of those who will come after you. But here is what almost no one understands. Karma chooses the strongest soul in a lineage to break the hardest pattern. The fact that you are watching this right now is the proof. You were chosen because your soul has the capacity to do what others could not. That is why your life has been heavier than those around you. That is why you felt different growing up. That is why you faced pain that didn't make sense. You weren't cursed, you were selected. And Thoth watches those who are selected because they are the ones who write new futures. Karma ends the moment you decide to stop repeating the memory that created it. And there is something inside you that already knows which memory your karma comes from. Maybe you don't have words for it, but you have a sensation, a tightness in the chest, a recurring feeling, a pattern you're tired of, a secret you don't talk about. This is your soul pointing directly at the karmic wound. Don't run from it. Observe it. That is the first step. Karma dissolves in awareness, and Thoth whispers this truth to those who can hear. What is seen can be healed. What is denied will return. And if you listen closely, your karma is trying to speak right now. It wants you to notice the emotion that rises when you think about your past. Notice the person your mind keeps replaying. Notice the mistake you can't let go of. Notice the moment that shaped you without your permission. Karma speaks through repetition. It shows the same lesson in different bodies because the soul learns through reflection, not logic. And tonight, Thoth pulls back the veil so you can see the reflection clearly for the first time. You think karma punishes you through events, but it's far more intimate than that. Karma hides inside the choices you never notice, the fast reactions, the quiet, impulsive yes you give when your soul is screaming no. That's where the real debt lives. Not in dramatic events, but in the small moments where you abandon yourself. And Thoth teaches that the smallest self-abandonment echoes louder than the biggest mistake. That's why you keep feeling drained by people who don't deserve your energy. It isn't because they're powerful. It's because your karma pulls you into situations where you can see how easily you give yourself away. That is the darkest part of karma, realizing you were the one holding the door open. Most people believe karma is a punishment from the past, but Thoth whispers something far more unsettling. Karma is created every time you refuse to choose the truth you already know. And that is why karmic pain feels strangely familiar. Because the truth you ignore today becomes the burden you carry tomorrow. Karma doesn't show up saying, you're wrong. It shows up saying, you already knew. That's why the lesson cuts deeper than expected. You're not being corrected, you're being reminded. The shadow of karma is not darkness, it is the light you refuse to follow. Look carefully at the patterns in your life. Not the obvious ones, the subtle ones, the almost invisible repetitions that appear only when something important is about to shift. The person who disappoints you in the same way, even though they look different on the surface. The opportunity that disappears the moment you try to hold it too tightly. The sudden fear that rises when you start to evolve faster than your old self can handle. These are not random. These are karmic checkpoints, designed to reveal the exact part of you that still resists the truth. And Thoth records these moments, not to judge but to guide. You may think karma requires suffering, but Thoth teaches the opposite. Karma requires honesty, and honesty is the one thing people avoid most, not with others, but with themselves. Your karma is shaped by the truths you feel, but don't act on. When you betray your intuition, you create a crack in your energy. That crack becomes a doorway, and karma walks through it. You're not being attacked by the universe, you're being confronted by the version of yourself you tried to silence. That is why the shadow of karma feels personal, because it is. The real reason karma keeps repeating is because you keep trying to survive it instead of understanding it. You try to escape the pattern. You try to distract yourself. You try to pretend it doesn't hurt. But karma does not respond to avoidance. It responds to awareness. And once you stop running, something strange happens. The pattern stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like instruction. That's the shift Thoth wants you to experience. Not fear, but clarity. Not guilt, but awakening. The karmic loop breaks when you finally see the lesson hiding behind the pain. Here's a truth most people never realize. Sometimes your karma is not created by what you did, but by what you accepted. The disrespect you let slide, the love you chased instead of received, the battles you fought that were never yours. These are karmic wounds created through permission. And the universe will keep placing you in situations where you must choose differently. When people treat you the same way over and over, it's because your energy hasn't changed yet. Karma isn't repeating the lesson. You are. Thoth teaches that the soul keeps score not through memory, but through vibration. Every emotion you suppress stays alive in your energy field until you face it. That is why certain people trigger you instantly. They resonate with the emotion you haven't released. The moment you react, you expose your karmic wound, not to others, but to yourself. Karma doesn't need to punish you. It only needs to reveal you, and it reveals the exact part you've ignored for the longest time. You may think your karma comes from one lifetime, but the truth is deeper. Some karmic patterns begin long before you were born. They come from ancestors who denied their own truth, from generations that repeated the same emotional contract without ever breaking it. And you feel the weight because you were chosen to end it. Breakers of karmic cycles always feel like they don't fit in their own family. They feel older than their age, tired for no reason, different without explanation. That difference is not a flaw. It's a sign of karmic authority. Thoth says the universe does not choose the weakest soul to carry the heaviest karma. It chooses the strongest, the one with enough inner fire to transform the lineage. And this is why your pain feels ancient. Because it is. You're not just healing your own story. You're healing the stories of those who couldn't. That's why your spiritual awakening felt like an earthquake. Awakening isn't gentle for those chosen to end cycles. It shakes you to wake you. Karma doesn't want you to suffer. It wants you to rise. And rising begins when you stop blaming the world and start listening to your soul. Karma speaks through intuition. It pushes you toward the uncomfortable truth that frees you. It pulls you away from the comfortable lie that destroys you. When life blocks a path, it's because your soul already moved to a different direction. When life breaks a connection, it's because the karmic lesson with that person is complete. But if you cling to what is already finished, karma must repeat the cycle, louder, sharper, deeper, until you let go. There are moments when karma calls you with a whisper, other times with a storm. But the energy behind both is the same: evolution. Karma is not about paying for the past. It is about preparing for your next identity, your next frequency, your next destiny. Thoth teaches that nothing leaves your life unless no version of your future needs it. If it left, it served its purpose. If it hurts, the purpose was transformation. And if it repeats, transformation isn't complete yet. The shadow side of karma is that sometimes the lesson is not about others, it's about you, about the part of you that still chooses fear over truth, the part that chooses comfort over growth, the part that chooses old identity over evolution. And this is why karma hurts. Not because life is cruel, but because your soul refuses to let you stay small. Every karmic pattern carries the same message in different forms. You are more than this. Rise. Your soul is not trying to punish you, it's trying to free you. But freedom requires facing the one thing you avoid, your own truth. And that truth is the core of your karmic debt. Not what happened, but what you believed about yourself because of what happened. That belief is the real prison. And that is why Thoth teaches that karma is not external. Karma is self-identity. Change who you believe you are, and the pattern dissolves instantly. There is something your soul is trying to show you right now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, now. A specific emotion, a specific memory, a specific fear. This is your karmic doorway. And when you walk through it, everything shifts. Not because magic happens, but because clarity happens. Clarity is the highest form of karmic release. Once you see the truth, you cannot return to who you were. And karma no longer has a reason to repeat. Most people wait for signs. They wait for synchronicities. But Thoth says the strongest sign is the pattern itself. The pattern is the message. The emotion is the guide. The discomfort is the teacher. And the breakthrough begins the moment you stop asking, "Why is this happening?" and start asking, "What part of me is this showing?" That question unlocks karmic codes faster than anything else. Your soul already knows the next step. It always knows. The problem is not intuition. The problem is resistance. Karma becomes heavy only when you resist the direction your soul is pulling you toward. The moment you align, the weight disappears, and the path opens effortlessly. You've felt this before, those moments when everything suddenly flows. That's not luck. That's karmic alignment. Every karmic wound has a gift hidden inside it. The harder the wound, the greater the gift. Pain is the wrapping paper. Insight is the treasure. And Thoth specializes in revealing treasures hidden inside shadows. That's why this wisdom feels familiar, because your soul has touched it before. When something feels ancient, it's because it is yours. And now, the pattern you carry is shifting again. You can feel it. Something is stirring beneath your awareness. A silent turning point. A karmic hinge about to open. And if you pay attention to the next emotion that rises in you, it might reveal the exact truth you were born to uncover. You think you understand karma because you felt pain, but pain is only the first layer. The deeper layer, the one Thoth watches silently, is the part where you reenact the same emotional script without even knowing you're doing it. Karma is not the event that hurt you. Karma is the role you keep choosing in every story. Sometimes the victim, sometimes the savior, sometimes the one who stays quiet even when truth burns in your throat. And once you see that you are the one repeating the same role, everything shifts in an instant. Because karma is not in what happens to you. It's in who you become when it happens. Most people expect karma to be loud, dramatic, unmistakable, but Thoth reveals that the strongest karmic moments are disguised as ordinary choices. The moment you ignore your intuition, the moment you lower your standards, the moment you choose peace on the outside while breaking your own soul on the inside. These quiet fractures create the biggest karmic storms because they divide your inner world. And when your inner world splits, the universe must reflect that split back to you until you see it clearly enough to heal it. Karma doesn't chase you with anger. Karma kneels beside your fear and whispers the truth you didn't want to hear. You think the universe is testing you, but the test is only a mirror placed in the exact spot where you refuse to look. And Thoth, the keeper of divine memory, holds that mirror steady even when you tremble. Not because he wants you to suffer, but because he knows that one moment of clarity can erase 1,000 cycles of confusion. Karma doesn't ask for perfection. It asks for remembrance. There is a part of your soul that already knows why certain people entered your life with such intensity. They didn't appear to break you. They appeared to expose the part of you that was already cracked. And that crack is the portal through which your karmic shadow communicates. Every betrayal you experienced wasn't meant to destroy you. It was meant to reveal the place inside you where you still betray yourself. That's the uncomfortable truth most avoid. Karma doesn't repeat because others fail you. It repeats because you keep abandoning your own inner voice. You may believe your karma is tied to what you lost, but Thoth teaches something far more powerful. Your karma is tied to what you refused to outgrow. Growth is not comfortable. Evolution is not gentle. The universe removes what your soul outgrows long before your mind is ready. And when you cling to what is already dead in your timeline, karma must break your grip. Not out of cruelty, but out of alignment. What leaves your life is not taken. It is released. And what stays heavy is not meant to be carried. The shadow side of karma is brutally simple. You are not punished for your past. You are shaped by it. Every wound you carry is not a scar. It is instruction. But most people fear their wounds because they think wounds mean weakness. Thoth reveals the opposite. Your wounds are where your soul insists on speaking. That sudden sadness, a message. That anger, a message. That feeling of emptiness, a message. Karma communicates through emotions long before it communicates through events. But if you numb those emotions, you mute the very guidance designed to free you. You think karma delays your blessings, but karma delays nothing. Karma prepares. When the universe withholds something, it's not denial, it's timing. The blessing cannot arrive until you become the version of yourself who won't destroy it. And this is why karma often comes disguised as a pause, a silence, a stagnation. But stagnation is only stillness before transformation. Thoth watches these silent seasons because they are the moments when the soul speaks the loudest. Some of your karma comes from choices you never made, opportunities you rejected out of fear, love you walked away from because you didn't feel worthy, paths you refused to take because you didn't trust yourself. These karmic fragments linger because indecision is also a decision, and the universe must bring back every choice you abandoned until you claim it consciously. Karma is not interested in forcing you, it is interested in awakening you. The reason karmic lessons feel heavy is because they carry the weight of your unrealized potential. You don't suffer because you're being punished. You suffer because there is a version of you waiting to emerge that you keep delaying. And every delay creates pressure. Pressure turns into patterns. Patterns turn into cycles, and cycles turn into the karmic resonance that follows you through relationships, opportunities, and even dreams. Thoth teaches that the moment you stop delaying your evolution, the karmic weight evaporates instantly. People think karma is about balance, but the deeper truth is that karma is about alignment. When your intentions, emotions, and actions are misaligned, your energy distorts. And distorted energy creates distorted experiences. Karma isn't punishing the distortion, it's correcting it. That's why certain situations repeat until you respond differently. The moment your response changes, the entire timeline shifts with you. Karma was never the enemy, it was the map. There is something wild about karmic timing. It never arrives early, it never arrives late. It arrives the moment you're strong enough to handle the truth. And sometimes the truth comes through loss, sometimes through silence, sometimes through a person who enters your life like a storm and leaves like a lesson. These people are karmic catalysts. They accelerate your awakening by shaking the identity you're no longer meant to carry. The part of karma people misunderstand most is that it does not only come through pain, it comes through desire. The things you crave intensely are also karmic markers. They point to lessons your soul is ready to explore. But desire without awareness leads to cycles of attachment. Attachment creates loops, and loops are where karma circulates. When you learn to desire without clinging, the loop dissolves. This is the type of mastery Thoth wants you to claim. The universe doesn't want you to pay your karma, it wants you to understand it. And understanding doesn't come from analyzing your past. It comes from watching your present. Notice how your body reacts. Notice where your mind resists. Notice where your heart softens or closes. These micro-reactions are karmic signatures. They reveal more truth than any memory. And once you understand your signatures, you can read your own destiny with clarity. Karma does not hide in pain, it hides in repetition. Anything that keeps happening is revealing something. And instead of asking, Why does this keep happening to me? Ask the question that Thoth whispers to true seekers. What part of me keeps answering the same call? That question opens doors you didn't know existed, because karma is not the event, it is the participation. Break the participation, and the event disappears. You may think you are stuck, but you are not stuck. You are being rewritten. Karma rewrites your identity slowly through experiences that seem random, but are perfectly calculated. Every person you meet plays a role. Every moment you resist plays a part. And every emotion you feel becomes a brushstroke on the canvas of your destiny. You are not living through karma. You are painting with it. There is a moment in every soul's journey where the karmic cycle begins to crack. You feel it as restlessness, a vague discomfort, a sense that your life no longer fits your spirit. That feeling is not confusion, it is awakening. Karma is loosening its grip because you're finally ready to choose differently. And once you choose differently, the old timeline cannot hold you anymore. It collapses behind you. Thoth teaches that the greatest illusion of karma is the belief that you must earn your freedom. But freedom is not earned, it is remembered. When you remember who you are, the karmic patterns collapse because they were only built to guide you back to that remembrance. Karma doesn't end through effort, it ends through identity. Become the version of yourself who no longer resonates with the pattern, and the pattern disappears instantly. And now, your soul is standing on the edge of a new karmic threshold. You can feel it, the subtle vibration, the shift in your energy, the awareness rising behind your thoughts. Something in you knows there is a deeper layer waiting to be uncovered, a layer you've sensed but never touched. And the moment you touch it, a new timeline begins. And if you listen closely right now, you can feel the next lesson approaching, not as fear, but as invitation. What part of you is being called forward at this exact moment? Thoth teaches that the darkest layer of karma is not the debt you carry. It is the identity you built around avoiding it. The soul does not fear consequences. It fears the moment it must look at itself without the disguise it has worn for lifetimes. This is why certain patterns keep returning disguised as different people, different failures, different cycles that feel unrelated. They are not loops of punishment. They are mirrors, calibrated to reveal the exact fracture inside you that you keep refusing to acknowledge. Karma does not chase you. It waits calmly in the one place you never look, the decision you postpone. And the shadow of karma grows sharper every time you negotiate with your own truth. Thoth reveals that what you call delay is actually spiritual inertia, the refusal to step into the frequency that would force every lie inside you to dissolve. The moment you stop running, the karma reveals its real form, not a monster, but the version of you that never learned surrender. And this is why the shadow tightens not when you do something wrong, but when you abandon the responsibility to evolve. What happens then when the soul is finally cornered by the truth it avoided? The ancient tablets say that the heaviest karmic weight is created not by actions, but by contractions. The energetic recoil that occurs when your soul refuses to expand, where destiny requires expansion. Every time you shrink to fit a relationship, a belief, a fear, a comfort zone, you are generating karmic pressure. This is why certain people feel like they drain your life force. They are not drains. They are reminders of the space you refuse to occupy. And the karmic shadow does not punish you for this. It simply reflects the spiritual physics you are violating. Thoth explains that the universe is not moral. It is mechanical in its divinity. Every contraction must be met with an equal expansion, and when you deny it, the universe uses your life as leverage. That is why your greatest breakthroughs only appear after your greatest collapses. Karma is not balancing your sins, it is balancing your dimensions. And the question that silently shapes your destiny is, how much of yourself are you still compressing just to avoid being seen by your own power? There is a secret teaching, rarely spoken. The soul does not pay karmic debt through suffering. It pays through awareness. Pain is simply the interest added when awareness is delayed. This means that karma becomes darker not because your past was dark, but because your consciousness remained dim. The longer you remain unconscious of a pattern, the more the universe must amplify it to pierce your numbness. And this is why certain lessons escalate until they feel catastrophic. The catastrophe is not punishment, it is illumination intensified. Thoth reveals that the soul will endure earthquakes if that is what it takes to awaken the inner seer. The moment you truly see, the entire karmic structure collapses like a dead constellation. That is why some people heal in an instant, while others repeat a lifetime of loops. Karma responds to clarity, not time. And the question becomes, what truth, if acknowledged today, would dissolve 10 years of karmic repetition overnight? Thoth often whispers that the scariest karmic truth is this: your destiny is not waiting for you, it is pressuring you. Every disruption you face is not random turbulence, it is the energy of your higher timeline colliding with the timeline you insist on maintaining. Karma, in its shadow form, is the tension between who you are and who you refuse to become. The more you delay your evolution, the more your reality becomes unstable, because you are occupying a level of existence that cannot sustain the magnitude of your soul. This is why life feels heavier right before a quantum shift. The old identity collapses under the weight of the future self entering the room. And if you listen closely, you can feel the fracture, a subtle trembling in your intuition, a pressure behind your thoughts, a knowing that refuses to be silenced. This is the shadow of karma turning into the engine of destiny. So the real question is not whether you are paying a debt, but whether you are finally ready to stop negotiating with the future that is already inside you. Every shadow you face, every cycle that repeats, is a key your soul offers. The moment you recognize the hidden thread weaving through your life, you touch the pulse of the universe itself. Karma is not a debt to pay. It is a mirror of the truths you refuse to embrace. Hold this awareness, let it ignite the unseen corridors of your inner power, and feel how your consciousness begins to stretch beyond the patterns that once bound it. Type in the comments, "I acknowledge the karma my soul still carries," to seal this journey with your vibrational commitment. Join the channel and become part of the sacred circle that walks the path of Thoth, Hermetic wisdom, and the alchemy of consciousness.